Hello and welcome to PlayStationGrenade. Star Wars Battlefront 2 introduces us to a story-driven campaign which was sadly completely missing from its predecessor. We've recently seen the first 3 chapters of the story, and we've come to the conclusion the game's protagonist, Iden Versio, is a complete badass. Here's 4 reasons why. Be warned, I plan on saying badass a few too many times. In fact, I'll say it until you agree with me that it should be in the dictionary. Anyway, let's do this. Iden Versio is the cream of the galactic crop, and is the commanding officer of Inferno Squad, which, come on, it couldn't sound more badass if it tried. She is excellent with weaponry, and isn't afraid to throw a shifty elbow in the battle. She's so aware of her surroundings, Iden can shoot out door panels to close off enemy reinforcements. To add to all this badassery, just check out her escape plan.
Agent Hask, I'm in position.
Understood, Commander. Prepare for extraction.
3, 2, 1.
Iden Versio is fighting for a losing side when the game first begins, and if you've seen Return of the Jedi, what am I saying? Of course you've seen Return of the Jedi. Well, here on Endor, Iden was one of the Empire's forces, eventually beaten by the brilliance of the unstoppable Ewoks. Okay, so she'll probably omit that from her badass resume, but that's not my point. Not only did they lose the battle, but they lost their home too. Iden watches as the Death Star is once again blown to smithereens. What I really like here is that she wants to burst into tears of remorse, but she's so badass. Her priorities are for her team first.
Look alive, agents. We can grieve later. Right now we need to move.
If Star Wars has taught me anything, it's that you're only as good as your droid. And also, your droid needs a gimmick too. C-3PO was blinging with gold, R2-D2 looked like an adorable dustbin, and BB-8 could roll around with glee. Iden's partner in crime is a Seeker droid with the adorable name ID-10. He's a crafty little bugger who becomes a trendy backpack Miss Versio can wear.
Right on time. Let's go.
Of course, it's not all about curb appeal. ID-10 has skills to rely on so he can rescue his master. And if you're still wondering, oh yes, we will be controlling this floating backpack. In various points in the campaign, ID-10 can electrocute rebels, scan for enemies, and do the one thing robots were created for: hacking doors.
Droid, slice that.
Once the Death Star is no more, we get to see Iden's badass piloting skills. Flying through the wreckage whilst taking part in dogfights demonstrates Iden's accuracy and her downright skill defending other pilots from those pesky rebels. Iden even flies inside a ship to prove her badassery even more.
You're clear, Agent Hask.
Every badass has a weakness. Mine is cheesecake. And what about Iden? Well, I'm expecting the story of Battlefront 2 to uncover the motivations and limitations of Iden, and what she'll do after the Emperor went bang. Expect to see her torn over the actions of her employer, which coincidentally include her father, awkward, and also remember, no one is the bad guy in their own story.
The Emperor is dead.
So what happens now?
We retaliate, Commander.
So there you go, there's 4 reasons why Iden Versio is a complete badass. Who else is ready to represent the Empire and take down the rebel scum? I'd love to know your thoughts below. I'm still a little skeptical about those loot boxes we experienced during the open beta, but in terms of gameplay, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a great game, or rather a badass game? Alright, okay, I'll stop saying badass now, I apologise. My name is Adam from PlayStationGrenade, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.